So nice. That almost makes me forget we're all gonna be dead in a week. I'm kidding. It'll probably be a month. Remember when we thought the pandemic was over? Everyone was so happy. We did it! We probably looked so stupid. Everyone was patting themselves on the back. Yeah, I'm just glad I could help out the sick by staying inside. It's not over? Well, I'm not going back in. Those sick people have to die. Because it's not over. The pandemic is like a TV show you thought was canceled, and then it got picked up by Netflix. Like, oh. I didn't really pace myself for another season. I don't know about you, I wasn't planning on seeing my family ever again. Parents know the feeling. It's like changing that diaper in the middle of the night. You're exhausted, it's disgusting, but you have to do it. So you change the diaper, you finally get the sleeper back on, and as you gently lay the baby back in the crib, you hear the diaper fill up again. And that's what the year 2021 is. Over and over. It's just a diaper filling up over and over. I kind of miss the early days of the pandemic. Those were fun. Back when we thought washing our hands would protect us. Everyone wash your hands, we'll be fine. Okay. Remember before there were readily available tests? Everyone had that friend that used to brag like, yeah, I already had COVID. I had it back in 91. Yeah, back then it was called COVID-91. Had it a couple times, got rid of it by washing my hands. Because the symptoms were confusing. They're still confusing. It's like, what are the symptoms? Everything. What do you mean everything? Asking a question is a symptom. Well, that can't be true. Denial is a major symptom. Did you wipe down your groceries? I did that. You felt so silly. You're like, I'm just a normal guy cleaning a Triscuit box. Is this what OCD feels like? A couple weeks later, you're like, they look clean to me. I cleaned them. But you had to take the precautions. There was no uniformity. Everyone talked a big game, right? Oh, we're on lockdown. No work, no school, we got our bubble. Bubble's just my family and these two people we see at a weekly sex party. Figure better safe than sorry. Because we all went through the same pandemic, but we didn't have the same experience, right? There were factors. Like if you were 25 and healthy, you were like, whatever, I'm going on a COVID cruise. But if you were over the age of 25, and it may surprise you, but I am, you watch the news more closely, right? The news guys would be like, high-risk people are older. And you're like, well, how old? Like old, or didn't have a cell phone in high school old? Right? Because nobody thinks of themselves as old. The reality of your age just occasionally slaps you across the face. I did this benefit for a hospital. It was a fancy event. When I showed up, the woman running the event was like, oh my gosh, we went to the same college. She was younger, but we talked and we realized we hung out at the same places. And then at the end of the event, I was leaving and she ran up. She was like, I need to know what year you graduated college. And I was like, 1988. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's the year I was born. Slap! Right across the face. I didn't even know what to say. I was like, that's the year I was born too. She just looked at me like, that's not funny. And then I got in my car and stuffed food in my mouth until I stopped feeling anything.